Welcome to Rauta's non-metal reviews. Today's album is a very special case. First of all, this one comes with a rather peculiar name, and the style is something that you most likely haven't even heard before. Now, just wait for it, but I'll explain in a bit. Now, I don't know whether this style of music is actually the more peculiar one or the packaging that comes with this LP. Well, I'll first present you this one, and meanwhile you are listening to me babble a bit, maybe you can already read the title. Yes, it's quite lengthy, so bear with me. I have to read it on my screen because it's not like my German is very good. Now, as you can see, this is all black cardboard vinyl packaging. No images, no logo, no words, nothing to indicate what this album is. Sometimes people might be looking for this end of the release, only to find there is no words, images, logos there either. Nothing indicates label whatsoever, the artist, the name of the album. And it seems like the sleeve is falling down between the tables. So we have also this vinyl sleeve, which is also all black. Now, that is not very typical, as if you didn't know. And then we have this vinyl, all black, black label, no text whatsoever, no images. Now this becomes really peculiar. This is the time when you're like, okay, how to find out which artist this is in case. There's nothing inside here. However, the only hint of what the artist is right here. Yes, indeed it's a Bandcamp copy. I'm gonna just hide the copy so you're not gonna take my copy of it. I wouldn't believe that you're such a bad person. Anyway, this is all you have there to be said about this artist. Von jeglichem wort, or something in that direction. And there is the name of the album. I'm just gonna read it here. Der unter hatte auch nur eine Ahnung, dass der Feind direkt neben ihm stand. Or something in that direction. I'm not Deutsch. Or no Deutsch. Now the funny thing is, when you tune in for the band's Bandcamp site, I mean, this is how I'll find out which artist is in question and which release is. Without it would be kind of hard to give this review a name or talk about the artist here. But anyway, here on the band's Bandcamp site, or should we say just artist, because I don't know really if there are more people than just one. Anyway, this is the name of the release, and all these songs have very lengthy titles. They're just mentioned here. I'm not going to read it to you. And this was released on May 14th, 2020. A little bit older. First I was thinking like 2021, but anyway, here it is. Anyway, I just took it for a review because this is really interesting and fits Rauta's non-metal reviews very well. But curiously enough, here you have a rather beautiful, albeit classic painting kind of a image for this von jeglichem wort. So it actually has a cover, but it's not very present here. So that kind of brings this question to my mind. Is this a kind of a test press I was getting, or this more peculiar kind of hipster cover where you don't have logo, name, images, whatever? And this is also very interesting. It says black ambient metal, doom, and conceptual poetry. Sounds kind of a hipster to me. Now, let's be honest about it. This is, in my some few thousands reviews and so on, this is one of those albums that I have never ever heard anything similar. Actually, one artist comes to my mind, but I was comparing it to this one back to back, whether or not I am just imagining things or are these actually close to each other. And that is True Color of Blood, a dark ambient project which is totally done with guitars and effects, not keyboards or the like, even though it might sound like it's keyboard made, not guitar made. But it's one of those dark ambient albums where nothing really happens. It's just, kind of floating right there. And the effects, which could be thought as they are guitars or keyboards or something, not guitars, are actually kind of non-rhythmic, non-vocals, no melodies, no riffs or whatever. So just the kind of dark ambient I really, really like. The kind of a haunting presence with audio feeling, atmosphere, ambience, as the word says. And I was going to compare this one to that because, well, that is also a guitar-made ambient album. But this actually kind of lets the guitar sound come more through. I mean, this doesn't have percussions, no riffs, no melodies, no vocals, which is good in my opinion. But this sounds more like it's this kind of electric guitar sound just resonating and creating this ambience. But also, like True Color of Blood, nothing really happens here. But this is sounding kind of a more metallic, if you feel. It's like these metallic waves are resonating, like creating ripples and waves, but not so much, typical concept of songs. Anyway, be it as may, this is something that I like to listen to. I like there is no kind of a clear patterns, nothing to, hum to. It's not like you're going to whistle to say, the song goes like that. You really can, because there is no like, din 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 kind of a melodies or riffs. It's just like, but you cannot really copy the sound because, in fact, it's metallic in nature, and at the same time it's this kind of humming and resonating soundscape, if you will. I don't know which kind of word to actually use it, because ambient, when it's done, in my opinion, properly, it's kind of hard to put your finger on it. Like, what is this called? Humming might be closer to it, but sometimes it's more like buzzing, sometimes it's more like just some sounds which you don't maybe necessarily have word for, at least for me, because I'm not native in English. It's not like my vocabulary is so vast and big that I have all these bizarre words to describe the audio. So you just have to kind of bear with me, or just start listening to the music. Now, obviously, because dark ambient as such is already a marginal genre, and this is even more marginal than many dark ambient ones. This is marginal of the marginal kind of music. I don't know which kind of audience to recommend this to. Now, the only piece of information regarding this artist is that it's coming from Berlin, Germany, and I like it. And I hope that you will give it a chance, even though it might feel weird and kind of a monotone and kind of a boring, but it could be really be one of these mind-expanding sonic trips you might be taking to. Anyway, this is very, very fitting for Rauta's non-metal reviews. I like this album and I hope you will give it a go. Maybe even give a chance to a new genre which you haven't yet explored. Who knows, maybe you have. Maybe you already know some artists which are similar. But for me, with thousands and thousands of reviews done, I can't find nothing very similar. The only one, like I said, is remotely similar is this True Color of Blood. But, well, these are still quite different. Anyway, give it a go or give it not. I like it and I hope you will too. And in case you want to go for a physical version, well, you can't really go more peculiar ones than such as this. So, there you have it. Go take a look. Go take a listen. Thank you. Bye-bye.